Nick, good morning. How are you?
Hey guys, good morning. How we doing?
We are doing well. So, obviously, the huge story is the Alex Ovechkin injury suffered in the Utah game a few nights ago.
Yeah.
Take us through once the collision happened with McBain. Ovi goes down on the ice, tried to come back and skate around a little bit, then had to go to the locker room. What was your reaction, the reaction of all your teammates seeing Ovi, who very rarely gets injured, down on the ice and now sidelined for he's a week-to-week guy at this point.
Yeah, I think when we saw O go down and he stayed down for as long as he did, and then he couldn't finish the game, I think we realized probably something pretty good that was bugging him. Like you said, he hasn't missed a lot of time in his career, which is pretty special. It's hard to do, especially the way that he plays the game. So yeah, I mean, it was tough to see. Hopefully we'll be getting him back sooner than later.
You scored in that game, right? It was one of the 2 goals in 10 seconds bit?
Yep. That's why I play with good line mates.
Huh. I want to just get back to Ovi for a second. So I heard he was like on crutches and everything. When you see him, are you encouraged or?
I mean, obviously not encouraged from the fact that he's injured by any means, but
that he could come back sooner than we might think.
Yeah, I mean, I think at any point, right when you get injured, your immediate thought is, all right, how long is this going to take?
Yeah.
I think every person's different. Obviously, these injuries, they happen, right? What? I know. Sorry, that's my daughter. She's yelling at me.
Okay. All good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think once it gets assessed, I hear you. Once it gets assessed, I think we're all, obviously upset. We're upset for O. The guy was on fire as well, which is not only tough for our team, but individually, I thought he was playing really well. And but yeah, I think with the diagnosis and then seeing how long it's going to take, I think it was encouraging all in all for what happened.
So what do you attribute his success this year to versus like last year? Is it just simply like a little puck luck? Like, he was ripping shots last year and they just weren't going in for whatever reason, bizarre. And this year they are? Like, what is it?
No, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, O's a guy that regardless of the game plan against him, and regardless of everybody in the entire arena knowing what's going to happen, he's still been able to score goals. So I think, he's still last year he still finished with over 30 goals, which is really impressive. And I think what we'll forget to understand is like when teams come into either playoffs or we go play them, everybody's mind is on Ovi, and they're on how do we prevent O from scoring. So he's been dealing with that his entire career, where he's still been putting up big numbers despite teams doing their best effort to control him not scoring. In my opinion, he's the best goal scorer the game's seen, and I just think guys like that. Like, put it this way, for example, if I score a goal in a game, I'm pretty happy about that from a standpoint of like, oh, okay, I got one. Like, if the rest of the game goes pretty well and you end up with 1 goal, everyone's happy. Always the guy where it's like he scores 1, he wants like 4, and I think that's probably the difference. I mean, it's hard to stop a guy when he's that hungry.
Nick, did you and your teammates think that knee-to-knee contact from McBain to Ovi, did you think it was dirty and or reckless? Because we had Coach Carberry on a couple days ago, and reckless was the word that he used to
But he didn't
help
think it was
describe
intentional.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think it was intentional by any means, no.
Did you think he had to take a beating, though?
I mean, there's a pretty good code in hockey. Willie's one of the best at it. And I think when your captain goes down, it probably has to be addressed. And I think we're all really fortunate that we have Willie on our team to take care of stuff like that.
So Nick, what is the challenge here in the next? Hopefully, it's just a couple of weeks or less without Ovi. How do you make up for that kind of leadership, scoring, enthusiasm, all of that he brings?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a group effort for sure. O is hottest guy in the NHL coming in and leading that game. So it's going to be tough to replace 3 goals every game like he was basically clipping away at. So yeah, we're gonna have to definitely do it by committee. I think we're gonna need some guys to step up. Well, we're gonna need everyone to step up, but filling those 15 goals that he has right now is going to be challenging. And then obviously not having our captain in the locker room is obviously tough too. I think when guys come into Capital One and they're playing Ovi, it's a pretty big deal for a lot of players, and not having them on the ice, is going to have its challenges. But we've been there before. The one thing that I can say about this group, obviously the guys that were here last year and the year before, is that we've dealt with a ton of injuries. And not only the guys that, were first-year guys, but, Osh was injured for a long time. Aki was injured for a long time. John Carlson was injured for a long time. Tom Wilson was injured for a long time. Over the last 2-3 years, we've had some of our top guys, leaders, and all the way down to rookies that have been injured for long periods of time. And I think that has caused guys in our organization to have to fill roles that they weren't necessarily ready to fill, which I think coming into this year has been really beneficial, because we have some young guys, also guys throughout the entire lineup, but especially young guys that understand how to do that now, because they've been forced to play those roles because we've had so many injuries. So I think, we're going to be in good shape, but we'll be happy to have him back for sure.
Dowd, good to talk to you, man. Best of luck against the Lanch tonight at Capital One. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you, guys.